Hey everyone, Ethan here from Extreme RC 4x4. I just wanted to take some time today to show you my full battery tray servo mount kind of deal for the Element RC Gatekeeper. Basically, I did this because there's no way to mount a full-size battery in your Gatekeeper from the factory. The stock battery tray is too short. A lot of this stuff will probably be a repeat for some of you guys if you've seen my build video of this, but I just wanted to show this separately for anyone looking for a shorter, more direct explanation of all this. But all these aluminum parts are made by me. So this battery tray right here, which also has some extra room for other electronics on the side, and then this servo mount, aluminum as well. These parts were added by me so that you can run a full-size battery. Originally, on this angled segment of the frame rail, there is a shorty battery mount, but the cage is too narrow to fit the full-size battery pack. And then here in the rear you could mount a battery tray, but you can't quite get the full-size battery pack in there. So my solution to this was these two 1/8" aluminum pieces, which are bent as well. But these are scratched up because I've been using them. But this battery tray right here mounts in between the frame rails, and I guess really what I should talk about is what you have to remove first, which there's a plastic servo mount in here which needs to be removed from the factory. And then this servo mount can be installed, which attaches with these two screws right here on your front bumper mount. I decided to use some short screws that don't actually go into these holes so that I can still pull the body off without having to unscrew these screws. And then it also is threaded for these 4 holes right here, or these screws right here I should say. So you're able to get rid of the 2 nuts that originally attached this track bar mount or adjustable panhard bar mount, however you like to call it. It's really hard to see that piece in there. But I do have some new parts. So here's how the servo mount sits in the truck. And we have this bent piece right here which supports the rear of the servo mount, and then the front is supported at that front bumper mount. The bend right here is behind the shock tower, and then here's your hole for the shock tower, the track bar, shock tower, and then the other track bar hole. So these are all threaded. I haven't threaded these parts yet, just because they haven't sold yet. And then this is the battery mount, which goes over here, battery tray. So these holes are also threaded, and they just attach with the screws that hold this shock tower on. And then there's holes for your original Velcro right here, and then right here this has to be cut this way to fit around the frame and the bumper mount. So I just wanted to get this to sit as low in the frame as possible. So the only real thing you lose by doing this is a position to mount a servo winch, and the DSM self-recovery systems have become pretty popular lately, so I would think that's a direction people are moving. But I couldn't be certain, so I just want to point that out to you guys. So the battery does sit at a fairly good forward angle just because I have more clearance in the front. The links will not hit this mount at any position throughout the steering cycle or the suspension cycle that I've been able to find yet. So that was something I was working for too. I didn't want to have any contact issues. as well as the drive shaft here in the rear. We have a pretty good margin of safety, I guess, back there. But there's also room, like I have here, to mount your receiver on this aluminum plate, and you do get a pretty nice beefy servo mount. It's really nice and rigid now that it is secured in this back corner. Pretty much all your stress is going to come through that back corner where that bend is. And then I made this come all the way across the bumper mount. I could have just gone to one point here, but I wanted to go all the way across to help with any leveraging that the servo might put on this mount. So overall, it's a really strong system, and I've been really enjoying it. I know I said this in my my build video, but I guess I'm kind of behind the times, excuse me, because I only really have these full-size battery packs to run. So let's see, I can't really remember which way I had this in here last, but this battery will just slide in here, and there's no stop on the front of the battery tray. The battery will just hit your front bumper mount. And then in the rear, though, I do have an aluminum tab that's bent up to stop the battery from sliding back. Then I just like to run the battery wires between the servo and the battery. And another part of why I had to angle this way is because of the hood line, I guess, on the cage. So you can see we do have a really good amount of space between the bottom of the cage and the top of the battery, so that's no concern. The battery is mostly central mounted, so you don't really get it like throwing a lot of weight to one side like you would if you mounted it on one of these electronics trays that's on the side of the truck. So maintain a good center balance and a good forward weight bias with the battery in the front like this. So this is really just my solution to mounting a full-size battery in the front, but because of that, or because of the fact that the servo mount was in the way, I had to replace that too. I could have just cut it in half, but I really didn't want to do that because then the servo would be leveraging a lot on the two screws that it's attached with, so I thought just best to do it in aluminum. So really nice and strong pieces, guys. These are up on my website now. If you are looking to fit a full-size battery in your Gatekeeper, whether you're looking for runtime or if you live in a climate like I do where it's going to be getting cold this winter and the small batteries just don't do as well. So up on my website, extremrc4x4.com. Go ahead and get yourself one if you'd like. I should be doing a run of these powder coated black soon. You guys might not see here, but up on the website you'll see them. I just think they'll look really good in black in this frame. I might even put a set on my own truck. Usually with the powder coated parts I don't, but anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the website, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.